arraignment and 24-93008FH for probation violation hearing. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Jeremiah Buffalo working on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Mike Kogler, I am here this morning. I anticipate representing Ms. Doetter once the court signs an order appointing counsel.
Okay.
As you know, maybe you don't know.
I did hear that her counsel had passed away.
Yes. I can just approach with that. She spelled out the request for counsel. I reviewed it. I think she was certainly qualified.
And do you want this to include the new file and also the probation file then? You want me to add that on?
I represent her on the probation file already.
Okay.
This should be the new file unless I mixed up the numbers.
No, you got it. All right, thank you. So for purposes of arraignment, have you had a chance to review the charging document?
Yes, I went over that with Ms. Doetter last week.
You or she wish to have its allegations read?
No.
And how does she wish to plead to its charges?
Your Honor, at this time she'll stand mute.
Who on her plea of not guilty on her behalf to the charges and the information of unlawful imprisonment, domestic violence third, interfering with electronic communications, vulnerable adult abuse. And there's a habitual second notice that's been filed. Is a forensic center referral requested?
No.
Estimated length of trial?
I would say 3 days, Your Honor. Hedging my bets.
And we can put it for docket call February 2nd at 9:40. And Mr. Vogler, do you want us to continue the probation matter as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll adjourn the probation matter 93008 to the same date and time. Schedule this for docket call and probation violation hearing February 2nd at 9:40 a.m. Anything further from the defense?
No.
The people?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see them this time. And is Mr. West? in the back?
He's the one at the jail, Your
He's
Honor.
gonna zoom. Ms. Fisher?
Yep.
Looks like this is two files, 21-93178 for a docket call and 25-93385FH for an arraignment. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Jeremiah Buffalo working on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Mike Vogler, I represent Randy Fisher in both files.
The new file for arraignment, have you had a chance to review the charging document for client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you or she wish to have its allegations read?
We would waive the reading of it.
And how she wish to plead?
Your Honor, she will plead not guilty.
Or a not guilty plea on the charges of, looks like a UDAA and a forged title. Is a forensic center referral requested?
No,
Estimated length of trial?
I would say a day.
Agreed, Your Honor.
Appropriate for a docket call February 2nd at 9:50.
Yes.
And Mr. Vogler, would you like the other matter scheduled for the same date and time then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything further from the defense? Anything further, Mr. Vogler?
No.
Anything further, Mr. Virgo?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Ms. Fisher. All right, People v. Lyle West, file 25-9333 FH. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Zachary McLennan for the people.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. James Gilbert here on behalf of Mr. West.
Morning. You had a chance to review the charging document with your client?
Yes, Mr. West is fully aware of his charging document.
All right, do you or he wish to have its allegations read into the record?
We'll waive the reading, Your Honor.
And how's he wish to plead?
He's going to stand mute.
We're going to plead not guilty on his behalf to, looks like a charge of felonious assault, an R&O, altering firearm marks, and domestic violence. Is a forensic center referral requested?
It is not.
Estimated length of trial?
Right, 2 days.
Call February 2nd at 9:10 a.m. Anything further from the defense,
No, Your Honor.
from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see then, Mr. West
And
versus Theodore Beck, file 25-93365 FH. Counsel, you want to please state your appearances?
Zachary McLennan for the people.
Nat Boyd for Mr. Beck, Your Honor.
Okay, and I did speak with counsel. In chambers about the timing of some new charges being filed, and it looks like that's we're on the verge of that happening in the next week or so. Is that right, Mr. McLean?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Voigt, any objection to a continuance of this to February 2nd at 10 a.m.?
Your Honor, 10 a.m. I would ask for a different time.
Sure. What time?
I am scheduled to be in a sentencing in Iron Mountain at 10:30 that morning.
Okay,
So I would ask that it be either a little earlier or a little later than that so that I can handle this hopefully by Zoom if the court would allow.
yeah, I could do it right at 9 a.m.
Okay, 9 o'clock, very well.
February 2nd, 9 a.m. And we still have status conference on the pending bond violation. We'll just continue. And since there have been no further problems, we'll allow Zoom appearances for the next hearing as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Beck, we'll see you by Zoom February 2nd at 9 a.m.
Honor, Mr. Zeno should be in the library.
File 25-93384 FH for arraignment. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Jeremiah Buffalo, we're on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Mike Vogler representing Mr. Zeno.
And if you had a chance to review the charging document,
Yes,
do you or your client wish to have its allegations read?
we do not, Your Honor.
How's he wish to plead to that charge?
Your Honor, he's pleading not guilty.
Okay, we'll enter plea of not guilty to the charge of, it looks like an assault by strangulation, an assault and battery, and a domestic violence. So forensic center referral requested.
No.
Estimated length of trial.
1 day, I would think.
I would agree, Your Honor.
But, yeah, we can go ahead and do some type of probation stuff today and get this out the way so I get back to work. I mean, I don't have no kind of conflict or anything with the person. We still friends. It just, you know, the little bullshit that happened with that. And I mean, I'm ready to get back to work.
There you go. Mr. Zeno, I have muted you at the request of your attorney because you're starting to talk about the facts of the case, and he certainly doesn't want you to do that. And we can't just put you on probation today. You're presumed innocent. I can't do anything with you other than address bond questions. We can have a jury trial, we can have a trial to the judge, or we can have a plea or a motion to dismiss. Those are kind of the ways that we get to the finish line, not just because you want it to move along. So we'll schedule this for a docket call on February 2nd at 10 a.m. And if you want it scheduled at that time for a jury trial, I'll certainly give you one, Mr. Zeno. And I'd encourage you to talk with your attorney, and then through your attorney, you can bring anything to my attention that you'd like to, all right? Anything further from the defense?
No.
From the people?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you have a good day, sir. For sentencing, counsel, you want to state your transfers for the record, please?
Zachary McLennan for the people.
Matt Doetter for Mr. Kubic.
And we have Agent Lesky in the courtroom as well with the sentence report. We're here for sentencing on a charge of operating while intoxicated, third offense, statutory maximum 5 years, guidelines scored at 7 to 23 months. Mr. Voida, do you have any additions or corrections to the pre-sentence report?
We do not, Your Honor, nor do we have any challenges to the scoring of the guidelines.
Mr. McLennan, any additions, corrections, or scoring challenges from the people?
None, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Voida, any elocution you want to make?
Yes, Your Honor. I know that there's an agreement in this case for a cap of 13 months. And I can understand certainly the reasoning behind the idea that my client needs to spend some time in prison in this case. When you look at his prior record and you look at the level of alcohol, I totally understand that. And I can understand the logic of the trip to Jackson being impactful and leaving a lasting image that will hopefully set him on the right path. And I believe that such a sentence would be proportionate to the offense and the offender. However, when I look at the circumstances here, I think that there's a range of proportional sentences here. And under the circumstances, my client is now almost 2 years sober. And verifiably sober with SoberLink and a Scram tether on it. He has set up a foundation for future success through meeting with counselors and going to a meeting twice a week for 2 years. And so while I totally understand and agree that the shock of a trip to Jackson and wherever the road might lead after that would deliver a strong message that would hopefully be heard, I think the message has already been delivered and received here without the need for that. That's not to say that Mr. Kubic doesn't need to spend time behind bars. It's not to say that you would be wrong to sentence him to a term of prison. But I think the appropriate sentence, considering the factors, considering the good work that he's done over 2 years, is at the low end of the guidelines here, and that's what we would ask you to do.
Thank you, Mr. Voigt. Mr. Kubic, you don't have to make a statement today, but you're allowed to. Is there anything you want to tell me, sir, or no? That's fine. Mr. McLennan, any recommendations from the people?
Your Honor, we did previously allocute at our last sentencing hearing, and had reached plea agreement for a 13-month cap on prison time based on the circumstances stated previously. We are in support of that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Kubic. If you could please stand for the court sentence. In this case, Mr. Kubic, there has been, it's taken some time to get to this day, partly because there was, as is your absolute right, a motion to challenge the constitutionality of the stop, and that motion was denied, and you took an interlocutory appeal, and that slowed it down some, and that appeal was denied as well, and then there was a plea with a 6-month cap, and we got to sentencing, and I said I wouldn't do that. In fact, I expressed that I was inclined to sentence you at the top end of the guidelines. So you withdrew the plea, which is your right, and I think it was on the day of trial or the eve of trial, we entered a different plea agreement with a 13-month cap. And in this case, I still think a prison commitment is appropriate, Mr. Kubic, for a couple reasons. One, it's your true 5th drunk driving conviction. You were first arrested at age 54 and you're only 61 now, and all your arrests have been alcohol related. In 2018, an impaired in Alpena. In 2022, an OWI plus possessing a gun in Alcona, and you failed to attend treatment then. 2022, an impaired in Iosco, treatment in lieu of jail. 2022, a Wayne County OWI arrest at a .29, and then that was dismissed along with a probation violation sentence you got in another county. Again, in 2022, an OWI in Arraignment. And then in 2024, this offense, you had been released from jail only 4 days before. And at 11 a.m., we're driving at a .29, .30 blood alcohol. So you're just on, this path of so many arrests, separated only by 3-4 years each time. And treatment has been tried, it hasn't worked. Some jail has been tried, that hasn't deterred you. I think the time has come for you to get a little snapshot at you're 61 years of age. Lord willing, you got another 20 years or so in you. What do you want those 20 years to look like? In and out of jail or prison? Probably not. I mean, you made it to 50 without getting arrested. That was probably better than the last 10 years have been for you, be my guess. So I hope you get back to that pre-50-year-old mindset and not be in and out of court and getting arrested. But I think it is time to clearly communicate to you what your future is going to be like. Your future will be spent behind bars unless you make radical changes. I do think it's a proportionate sentence. It's within the guidelines. I'm going to commit Mr. Kubic to the Michigan Department of Corrections for a term of not less than 13 months nor more than 5 years. Give him credit for 3 days previously served. There's a crime victims assessment of $130, court costs of $350, OUIL reimbursement of $200, state cost of $68, and I'm also going to assess a $500 fine. And Mr. Kubic, if you want, you can file an appeal to the Court of Appeals to challenge your conviction or my sentence or both. If you want a lawyer appointed for you and you qualify, you'd have to make that request within 6 months of today's date. We're going to hand you a piece of paper explaining that appeal process, ask you to initial one copy for us. Fill out the other one if you wish to take any appeal. Good luck to you, Mr. Kubic. And who else do we have in the box here?
Mr. Guy. All right, counsel isn't present, Your Honor.
Oh, counsel's not present yet?
Yeah. Where's your counsel, Mr. Park?
Mr. Parks. No, it's